Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be carrying on the workshop series that a lot of people seem to like, and we're going to be revisiting an old one, the war paints. Really quickly before the video starts, I do just want to say that I have not made a single one of these. I'm literally just showing off really cool ones that I found on the workshop. So if you want to go and support any of the creators of these war paints, then all of the links will be down below in the description. These also aren't in order at all. They're just 5 really cool ones. Okay, so last time I made this video, I saw quite a lot of people got angry at me because I didn't include this one. This is the Death by Chocolate, made by Chloe Mew, and it is incredible. So I don't know how soon after, war paints being customizable or anything like that, Chloe made this, but I feel like this was one of the first ones I saw, and after seeing it, I thought, damn, people are going to be really, really good at making war paints, and I would like to say I was right. But I love the idea behind this, not only because it's chocolate, but because it is done really, really well. And it just looks incredible. It's when I look at stuff like this and think, I actually really want to run around with, chocolate covered weapons. Because that's a completely normal thought to have. But honestly, definitely go down below into the description and vote for this one to be in the game. I'd love to see it. Okay, so this next one is called Caesar Dressed, and is probably one of the cleanest looking, sleekest war paints I've seen so far. So the whole theme of this war paint are like the Roman temple type things, hence why it's called Caesar Dressed, Julius Caesar, all that stuff. I definitely think my favorite part of this war paint is how good the gold looks with the white. I never really thought I liked that color combination before, but looking at it now, I could definitely see myself using it on a few more things. Looking through all of the pictures and seeing the war paints on these different weapons, I don't see a single one that I'm looking at thinking that doesn't really work. It looks really, really nice on every single one of them. And I can imagine that for all of the weapons that aren't on these posters, you're still going to have an amazing looking weapon. Apparently I'm a little bit more into this Roman temple design than I thought I was, because I really like this. It's not even that complicated of a thing, which is probably why I like it, because I really like simple stuff and nice looking things, and that's pretty much both. Next up we have this war paint called Molten. Now, something a little bit different from the other two that we've looked at so far, being really clean, really simple, stuff like that. This one is slightly less clean, but that's kind of the point, I think. It's got a more industrial feel to it, and I think it reminds me a little bit of the Foundry map in the game. Like the last point, I feel like it would come pretty much straight out of that. I definitely didn't have to Google what the map was, because I was going to say something like Metalworks. But no, it's definitely got a more industrial theme to it, which I think looks really good. The molten lava on it, or the just molten texture, I guess looks really cool. And on the pictures on the workshop page, it looks like it's glowing. I don't want to say it's glowing and have people get angry at me because it doesn't, but it looks like it is, and it looks really cool. I can imagine this with the hot effect on it would look amazing. I also kind of think that even when you get it in slightly lower quality versions, it's still going to look fine because the gun is beaten up anyway. That's the point of the look of it. So when you get like a field tested one, you've still got some of the molten texture on there, so it's still going to glow a bit, but it doesn't look too bad. And while I prefer having like cleaner, simpler guns, stuff like this would really work well for somebody not looking to buy a factory new version of a skin to make it even look decent. But yeah, I really like this one. Next up we have this one called the Well Marbled War Paint, and it reminds me a little bit of the Caesar Dressed, but not quite the same. You've still got slightly gold and white, but you've also got black mixed in, and it's a different white texture, it's basically not the same at all. Obviously it'd be pointless me showing you two very, very similar war paints, but this one is different in its own right because it's the marble texture, and it looks really, really cool, and is again different to the other stuff I've looked at. Every time I think of marble, I always think of Teabagged, and I don't know why, and it's really, really not good. But apparently the texture also works really well on TF2 guns, because this looks really cool. And the black that they've got as well matched with it, and the yellow that they're using actually looks really, really good. I'm going to say I think the scattergun is my favourite out of all of the ones I can see on there, but that's because the scattergun will always be my favourite with anything, ever. A tiny bit biased, but it's okay. Would definitely recommend checking the workshop page out for this one, definitely. And finally, we have the Teabagged War Paint. Now, I've picked this one purely because it's got the Union Jack all over it, but also because it gave me a little bit of an idea of some really cool war paint sets. Obviously, I'm from England, so having something with the Union Jack on it would be really, really cool to have in game. But what if they had that for kind of every country that people played TF2 in, or just every country? So people from the United States would have something like the Freedom Wrap war paint that's already in the game. Then British people can have this. Then obviously you can have like Spain, Portugal, all of that type of stuff. Anywhere else people play TF2, you can have the flags on the weapons so they can represent where they're from just by playing the game and using certain war paints. It sounds like a lot of work, honestly, but I think it would be amazing. Just having like a whole, like, a world update. That just sounds stupid. But having an update where having these types of war paints come into the game make it work, I think it would be quite cool. Might break the art style a little bit because, you know, a lot of people really care about that when we've got massive flashy effects above our heads, but you know, whatever, the war paint's going too far. I just think it would be cool to have a Union Jack on my weapons because that's where I'm from. So anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you go down below and check out every single one of these workshop links because I want you to vote for all of them. I think they're all great. All of the creators are cool. Haven't spoken to most of them, just making that up. But definitely go and support their work because what I've seen so far is amazing. And Void, I know, has made a few more war paints as well, which look incredible. So definitely check everything out that I put in the description. Also, if you're ever going to be trading anything, make sure you use TF2.trading, which is my referral link to STN Trading. They're sponsoring my kill competition, so I really want to support their site. So definitely go and use TF2.trading if you ever want to trade anything. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.